Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to share day 9 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar for 2025. So every day for the first 24 days of December, I'm going to be opening up one of the windows from this calendar and creating something with the product inside. All of the videos are going to be put in the same playlist. So if you've missed a day, you'll find them in the same playlist as this video here. So for today, we have some beautiful purple sequins. These are great for just adding some shimmer to backgrounds, just like you would like little gems or whatnot, but you can also use them for shaker cards. So I'm going to make a shaker card out of it. I have a piece of Duralar here. You could even use just acetate, recycle some packaging would work as well. And I have it cut down to 3.5 inches by 5 inches. I did a half a sheet. Those were 5 by 7 before I cut it down. And I'm going to use some Moon Dust Stickles glitter gel with the stencil from, I believe it was day 5. And we're just going to put a pattern on this acetate. Now, the one thing with this Stickles glitter gel is because we're putting it on a non-porous surface, it's going to extend the drying time. It's going to take a lot longer to dry because it's only drying from the top. So the first stencil here that I'm doing, I do it in the afternoon, and then I do the second stencil the next morning, and then it's over a busy weekend, so I didn't have time to work on it anyway, so that was the perfect time to just allow everything to dry. You definitely have to let that first one dry before you do the second one, otherwise you risk damaging your stenciled image from that first butterfly. I'm also using some scrap paper to protect the rest of the acetate so I don't accidentally get a little bit of Stickles glitter gel somewhere where I don't want it to go. This is a great way to just use up those scrap pieces of paper and protect the areas that you don't want. And those pieces of paper can be used many, many times. So after I did that second butterfly on the top, I want to also add one to the bottom. I can do these two at the same time because I'm not going to be putting the bottom stuff anywhere near the top, so I can make sure that I don't ruin that stenciled image up there. The one thing you do want to make sure to do is clean off your stencil right away. You don't want to let that Stickles glitter gel dry on there. You probably could get it off if it dried on there, but it's much easier to get it off while it's still wet. I take it right to a sink and wash it off, and I don't even need to use cleaner. I just use my fingers to rub off the excess gel. Let everything completely dry. So this is the next morning after doing those two or the second two butterflies. It is completely dry, and it just adds a fun pattern to that acetate. I have the A2 Matting Basics A die set here. I'm going to use one die for a mat around the shaker element, and then I'm using 2 dies to create the frame for the shaker. So I am using some fog cardstock for the frame for the shaker. The mat I die cut it off screen. I used some violet cardstock. It matches perfectly with the sequins in today's advent calendar. So I'm using some Best Ever Craft tape to tape those dies in place. I want to have make sure that my frame is nice and even all the way around. So by taping everything in place, I can make sure it's nice and even, and I know it's not going to shift on me while I do my die cutting. I die cut that, and then obviously you can use whatever colors you want. I'm choosing colors to go with those sequins in today's thing, or today's calendar, today's day. But you can use other colors with it if you want. I just wanted to keep the focus on that purple. So I thought the fog cardstock was a nice complement, and it worked well with the Stickles glitter gel, but it wasn't taking any attention away from that purple. I used some score tape. This is 1/4 inch wide to tape this frame to our stenciled acetate or stenciled Duralar. You can use Barely Art glue. I use that for almost anything. You'd use that here. This sticks really well, and you don't have to wait for any drying time. And I didn't want to wait for any more drying. I wanted to see my card completed, so I thought using the score tape was a good solution. I'll be using the Barely Art glue to glue the rest of my card together, or most of it. But for putting that on the frame on the acetate, this worked perfectly because I didn't have to wait for it to dry. The next step is to use foam strips to create some dimension in this frame so that we have an area for those stickles or the sequins to go that is going to give it some room to move around and shake around. So my foam strips here are fairly thick thin. So I am going to use 2 layers of them. They're not like super thin. They're not like paper thin. They're thicker than a couple sheets of cardstock together. But I definitely want to make sure that I have enough dimension to allow the I keep calling them stickles, that allow the sequins to move around. And 1 layer isn't quite enough. So after putting that first layer down, I'm going to put a second layer of that foam tape. I'm trying to make sure when I'm putting this foam tape or foam strips down to not have my seams or my edges in the same spot, just to give it a little bit more strength and integrity. If they happen to be in the same spot, it's not the end of the world, but I just want to try to make sure that they're in different areas. And because I'm using strips all the way around, multiple of them, it's fairly easy to do that. So this last tiny piece here doesn't want to stick, and it kind of didn't clue in until I was taking the backing off of these pieces here, that I don't think I remember to take the backing off of the piece that is underneath there. So I'll try to take that backing off, and it just doesn't want to stick there. The only explanation is that I forgot to take the backing off. So what I end up doing is just taking that little piece off, grabbing the backing from the piece below, and then I'll be able to get that piece back in there. It will stay properly because we'll have adhesive to adhesive. So that is the best way to do it. If you happen to have your foam tape not wanting to stick to the piece below, that's likely the problem, because obviously it's not going to stick really well to the backing. Once I have the foam tape in place, I do take that backing off so that I'm not doing it while there are sequins in there. Pour the sequins in. However, if you don't want your sequins to stick to the sticky edge from your foam tape, before putting the sequins in and before taking that backing off, it's a good idea to use embossing powder tool on the inside part of your foam edge, if you will. It just ensures the sequins don't stick to the edge. I didn't do it because I don't mind when my sequins stick in different spots, especially for this particular card, because that top part of the shaker is fairly clear with the glitter on it. I kind of figured having the sequins around it kind of framed it a little bit and just showed off those butterflies just a little bit better. I did put some white cardstock on the back of that shaker bit, so I didn't have purple sequins on top of purple cardstock. I wanted to make sure that those sequins were very noticeable and you could see the movement of them, so I put some white cardstock there. For my sentiment, I'm using one of the sentiments from the Day 4 die. This says, "Hello, you." I just thought it worked perfectly with the sequins, with the shaker, with the butterfly. There's a couple other sentiments in that one. I know there's "thank you," and I think the other one says "love you," so you can choose which ones work best for it. I already has a die in that set for the frame around it, so I just use that violet cardstock for the frame. So this is a really simple card. The thing that takes the longest is waiting for that Stickles glitter gel to dry, but I think it is a fun addition to the acetate and to the shaker card, and just a different way to use that stencil other than the way that I've already shown. Thank you so much for joining me today for Day 9 of the Crafty Advent Calendar. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll share what is in Day 10 and create something with it. Hope to see you then.